I'm Joe Exotic. I am now stepping my foot in the ring to run for president.
When most of us think about third-party candidates, that's who comes to mind. Kooky individuals who are fun to watch. But come election day, you only really have two choices. Still, over the years, third-party candidates from Teddy Roosevelt to Jill Stein have served an important role in bringing the radical into the mainstream. And in some cases, third-party candidates are really the only ones trying to solve actual problems on the ground. So, how is it that third-party candidates became incubators for some of America's newest ideas? Throughout most of American history, there have been two main political parties, from Federalists and Democratic Republicans in the early days to Democrats and Republicans in modern times. Along the way, each of these parties formed around opposing ideals, and yet these platforms always fell within the lines of what was considered realistic at the time. For example, after losing the Republican nomination for president in 1912, Teddy Roosevelt formed the Progressive Party, championing causes that were seen as too progressive. Things like a standardized 8-hour workday, women's suffrage, and workers' compensation for injuries. Roosevelt gave a face and a voice to, at the time, fringe ideas. Even as recently as 2016, Jill Stein, running for president within the Green Party, pitched student loan forgiveness during a town hall on CNN, and of course, she was ridiculed. Yet in 2021, when President Joe Biden announced his Hallmark student debt forgiveness program, the discourse turned, and suddenly, there was a real debate to be had. What do we do about student debt? But perhaps no arena embodies the virtues of third-party candidates like local politics. Last summer, I was in Austin, Texas, reporting on water security for NowThis Earth, and locals kept mentioning how neither Democrats nor Republicans had offered real solutions to any of their problems because it wasn't politically convenient. They would rather turn to third-party candidates who might be the only ones proposing actual solutions. The numbers tell the same story. Over the past 2 decades, majorities of US adults have typically agreed that a third party is needed. And still, in the 2020 election, more than 90% of Democrats and Republicans voted for Biden and Trump, respectively. These numbers make it clear that Americans desperately want ideas from outside the two-party duopoly, but continue to vote for a safe option from within the two-party system. Yet, when these ideas like student loan forgiveness go mainstream, the conversations they ignite are seen as valuable. The truth is, no matter where you stand, you've likely questioned whether your party represents the people or merely demands support from them. In a time when the solutions to our most pressing problems are going to require radical change, it's increasingly seeming like candidates from outside the traditional system are the only ones trying to find real solutions to issues on the ground. So, my friends, that is how third-party candidates have come to be incubators for some of the US newest ideas.